Dear viewer, good evening and welcome to Current Issue. With me tonight from the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network, Melissa Moody, and she is the Chief Clinic Officer. And with me, Ebony Reynolds, and she is a Clinic Officer. Welcome both of you to MEA TV and Radio.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Melissa, I'll start with you. What does the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network do? And how it help the people in Wayne County?
Sure. Thank you so much.
Sure.
The Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network, we are the largest community mental health agency in the state of Michigan.
Okay.
And we provide services for over 75,000 individuals with mental illness, substance use, intellectual or developmental disabilities, and also children and adults with autism and serious emotional disturbance. So we have over 300 employees at Detroit Wayne that oversee all those services.
I see.
And we have an extensive provider network with over 400 providers.
Your work is with Wayne County or that extend to other county?
It's with Wayne County.
With Wayne County.
So Wayne County, yep, in the city of Detroit. And we work with a vast array of behavioral health providers that provide clinical services for all the persons we support.
And there is a good percentage of the Arab American, Middle Eastern American living in Wayne County, so they could benefit from your service.
Absolutely.
Yes. Ebony, let's start with you. You know, how the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network work with people through the pandemic?
So during the COVID-19 pandemic, we had to increase the use of telehealth services.
Yes. Can you tell me more about telehealth? I know about it, but I want our viewer to know what it is and how they could use it.
So what we would do is you can either access telemedicine through a mobile device or a cell phone or a laptop. So any mobile device that a person has, they can have a telemedicine session with their clinician. So what would happen is the clinician would schedule the time with the person, and then they would just meet. There are some privacy practices that we suggest that our providers use to ensure that the telemedicine session is done in a secure environment, but we are supporting our population by allowing them to have access to the telemedicine. So we're going to use it as long as it's appropriate to serve our population.
Is it telehealth medicine? Telehealth. Is it an app they have to get in their computer or their cell phone, or they call you and you give them a number to join? How would that work?
Typically, the provider would contact the individual at the number of that person's choice.
Okay.
So they would just reach out to that individual. There isn't a particular number. The clinician would correspond or talk to the person, and then they would just identify the best number to call them and conduct the session that way.
I see. Are you working only in telehealth medicine, or you could see people in person in your office?
We actually want to see people in person as much as possible. Our providers, behavioral health services is a service that's best delivered in a face-to-face capacity to the best of, the ability of what's safe. And so the preference is to do it face-to-face. We still offer in-person services, but we are accommodating those who still have concerns about being in a close proximity with their behavioral health provider due to the pandemic.
I see. Do you have many clinic office throughout the Wayne County that people can go and visit?
Yes, all of our providers are still seeing people, and they are open at this time for services if they wanted to be seen in person.
I see. Melissa, what's the COVID therapy collaborative all about?
Okay, the COVID Therapy Collaborative is a partnership between Detroit Wayne, the Ethel and James Flynn Foundation, the Skillman Foundation, Community Foundation of Southeast Michigan and the Michigan Health Endowment Fund.
Okay.
And it provides free behavioral health support and counseling to young people and families age 14 years and older, regardless of insurance coverage. So it's a virtual platform. So like Ebony just spoke about, the telemedicine, telehealth piece, where you can receive access to safe and a private network of behavioral health resources and therapy supports by trained counselors. So in this environment, you can receive up to 12 therapy sessions, either by phone, using a tablet or your computer. And these sessions are with professional counselors that provide screening, brief intervention, and supportive treatment.
Honestly, Melissa, one of the problems we have through the COVID is the mental health. People are sitting home, are stressed, the children not going to school, they're getting stressed. A lot of people start drinking, and of course that stress is going to create a mental health problem. Are you reaching to people, or do we have a program that reach the people? And I know we're doing our job through MEA TV and Radio, through the TV and the radio and our social media. But is there any more program to reach those people? Because this is a major problem we're going to have.
Yes, it absolutely is. And we're actually seeing a major increase, like you indicated, with substance use, with anxiety and depression. People are being isolated. So we're trying to do a lot of engagement and outreach within the community. So thank you very much for having us on today.
Sure.
To get the word out. We're trying to get out there in social media, radio, television broadcasts to let people know there is support and help for them.
Yes.
There is, for specifically the persons that are wanting some more support regarding COVID, you can access services through reachusdetroit.org. And then if you feel, there's more support you need from the mental health side, because obviously as time goes on, those symptoms seem to exacerbate for people. So if you feel you need more services, people can always contact Detroit Wayne. We will assess and screen people and refer them to the appropriate provider. We also have on our website, we have a free screening tool called MindWise, and people can go on there, and there's a variety of screening tools that kind of fits everyone's need. And what it'll do is you answer a few very simple questions, and it gives you some recommendations if they feel maybe you need some additional supports and how to get those supports. So our website gives a lot of support and guidance for people that are dealing with issues related to COVID and just mental health issues in general.
Great. And this interview is going to go in our Facebook. It is going to go in the YouTube channel, and we're going to do a huge promotion through our social media to it, because it's so important for people to hear from you. And I would love to have more of these kind of interviews, because that will serve the people and the need of the people.
Can I just add, just so people know how to access our website?
Sure.
It's www.dwihn.org. Let me give that one more time.
Go ahead.
It's www.dwihn.org. And we have a lot of support and information and referral information on our website. Again, it has these free screening assessments for people, so it has a great deal of education and information that people can access to get connected to more resources.
Sure. Is there a phone number that they could reach you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We have an access line, and it's 24/7. So it is 1-800.
What's the number? Because we're going to put this on the screen. We're going to put the website and the phone number you're going to give us on the screen so people can write it and contact you.
Perfect. The number is 1-800.
Okay.
241.
Okay.
4949.
Great. Abby, I'll come to you and share with us. Do you have a program for the children, the school? Tell us more about this program. And are you reaching a lot of schools in Wayne County to share with them the program?
Absolutely, yes. So the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network does have a school-based project called the School Success Initiative.
Okay.
We provide school-based prevention-based school services to 73 schools in all of Wayne County. And what that project does is it focuses on prevention. Prevention services for children is a 3-tiered approach. So the idea is to keep the majority of the student body population healthy, to encourage positive behavior for children who may be experiencing some additional behavioral health needs. We use an evidence-based practice curriculum called the TRAILS model in some of our schools. And another evidence-based practice we use is the Michigan Model Curriculum for Health, which is endorsed by Wayne RESA, and that is the intermediate school district for Wayne County. And that intervention, I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
That intervention works with all school-age children from pre-K up to 12th grade.
Okay, how are you reaching the children? They are now online and they're not in person. How that program reach those children?
So the community mental health providers that contract with us that deliver the service, they have been working with the individual districts to offer the intervention in a virtual platform. So part of our School Success Initiative is we have a model that we can use in a virtual platform where we can meet with children in a group format or in an individual format. We also provide training and curriculum to the school-based professionals. So it could be a school counselor, a teacher. We offer those mental health supports so that they can identify the symptoms of trauma or signs and symptoms of trauma or any behavioral support that a student can benefit from. We teach the school professionals how to identify those behaviors and link and coordinate them to our community mental health services if clinically appropriate.
Great. Melissa, I understand that you are working with the Detroit Police Department and probably other organizations within the Wayne County to tackle the issue of mental health in Wayne County. Can you tell me more about this?
Yes. Detroit Wayne has partnered with the Detroit Police Department and the Detroit Housing Department in some collaborative efforts. The one with the Detroit Police Department, we are doing crisis intervention training for police officers and our 911 call takers, because we know a very large number of calls they receive through the Detroit Police really come back to persons struggling with mental health issues.
Yes.
So we want the police officers to know how to really work effectively with those persons, especially when they interact with them in the community, to de-escalate any situations that are arising. So we do a lot of crisis intervention training with the police officers on that. And we also have a clinician, a behavioral health staff at the 911 call center to assist with crisis calls and to also work with the homelessness community response. So what we're really trying to do is create positive outcomes for people that are in distress and connect them to the supportive services. So, you know, if the police are interacting with someone that's having a mental health crisis, we're dealing effectively with that mental health crisis. You know, we don't want people to go to jail and get into the legal system if it's something we can intervene and provide supportive services for. We also have this partnership with Detroit Housing Department because a lot of times we have a lot of persons that are homeless experiencing behavioral health crisis also. So not only are we helping them to get support for the behavioral health, we're also connecting them to housing resources.
Well, honestly, we need that, especially now with the COVID, more than ever. And prevent any problem, any family problem to escalate. It's the way that we should go with it. We don't want it to escalate and it go to court and it hurt the family.
Absolutely.
Yes. Ebony, can you tell me about the self-assessment tools that you have in your website and the free app that people they could use?
Absolutely. Absolutely. On our website, we have a tool called the MindWise Assessment Tool. It's a free tool. It's on our homepage of the DWIN website. And again, I can provide that email address, and that's the www.dwihn.org. It's a very short mental health assessment. There is no cost, so anyone can access it and use it. And it can connect you to services if needed. It's another tool to help assess mental health needs.
And we're going to put the website on the screen so the people, they could write it and, contact you. Melissa, I know our executive, Wayne County executive, Evan, doing a great job, honestly, getting the vaccine, working with all the organization, and helping the citizen of Wayne County in the time they need it most. How are you working with the Wayne County Executive Office to help the people of Wayne County?
So in regard to COVID specifically and the vaccine, we have been working with a partnership with the city of Detroit specifically at this time to really try to get the vaccine out to people that need it.
Yes.
So we have done several vaccination locations within our network to make sure our healthcare providers are vaccinated. These are our frontline essential workers that we want to make sure are safe. And then we also have started providing vaccinations for persons living in congregate settings. So that would be people living in adult foster care homes or recovery homes that are receiving it through substance use, because they're obviously at higher risk because they're living with multiple people.
Yes.
So, we're looking to expand that because obviously, COVID is, a risk for everyone. It's not just people living together, even though they're at higher risk. So our next phase is to really work with the health departments to make the vaccine accessible to the, 70,000 plus people we support. And it's going to be a big undertaking, but we are starting that in the next few weeks. And we're really hoping that the word gets out about the vaccine. And I know people have some anxiety about taking it. But we're really hoping with the education being provided and as people are, seeing other people taking it, they'll have more confidence because we really want to have 70 to 80% of people, vaccinated so we can get this herd immunity.
Absolutely. And the vaccine is how we're going to get us to have a new life and without a mask and seeing each other and all that. That's questions for both of you, and let's start with Ebony. The Wayne County have a good percentage of the Arab American, Middle Eastern American. What's your message to them? What do you want them, how to deal with your office and how you want to integrate with them? I start with Ebony.
Okay. I think what's great is that Wayne County has a very diverse group of providers within our network. We do have 2 providers that provide services specific to the Arab American population. That's Access and I think it's Arab American Chaldean Council.
They both a great organization, Access and the Arab American, the Chaldean American, Arab American or the Chaldean American community. Go ahead.
Yes. 2 very good agencies that we work with. I actually worked with both of those agencies in the past on the School Success Initiative. So we have some very good existing relationships with those 2 providers. I know a few of the people there. And so what we do with that is we rely heavily on, in terms of being culturally competent, the most important approach is to make sure that we are interfacing with the Arab population and understanding their needs and making sure that we deliver our services in a way that is culturally sensitive and appropriate. So I think the best way to handle this would be to find out what the beliefs are and what the concerns are and try to work within the realm of their comfort zone to ensure that we are supporting them in the best way possible.
I see. Melissa, as the Chief Clinical Officer, what are you doing? Yeah, I mean, I heard it from Ebony, but as you, with the people, with the organization, with the media, within the Arab American, Middle Eastern American community.
So, I think, Ebony said it very well. We really want to be culturally sensitive and diverse, and
Yes.
we do a lot of trainings, internally for that, and our providers, also go through a lot of training with that. I think it's important for people to be aware of, people's preferences, beliefs, and be sensitive to those things. I also want people to know that if you call Detroit Wayne for services through our Access Center, you have choice. So you have a choice of providers of where you want to go. So if you're calling up and there are specific things you're looking for or specific things a provider has that would be more tailored to you, you just need to let us know, what that would be, and we would try to match that appropriately.
Yeah, I know very well that you cater to all the ethnic minority in Wayne County, if it's African American, Asian, Latino, Arab American. But do you have somebody speak the Arabic language in your office? So if somebody call and doesn't speak the language well, that could speak to her or to him?
I am unaware if we do or do not. However, as part of being a community mental health provider, we would have to find an interpreter that would be able to speak to that individual.
I see.
So providing an interpreter service would not be a barrier to us delivering any service for a person that speaks a language other than English.
Great. Well, on behalf of this community, we thank you so much for the service you do, and I know you're doing a great service. I am very knowledge about Wayne County and what's happening with the Wayne County activities, and we thank you for that, honestly. And we would like the community to get more involved with you, so we could solve a major problem that we're facing now and in the future relating to mental health.
Yes, thank you so much. We're very happy that you allowed us to be on today. And, we're here to support people. We're here to help. So, if people could reach out, we will do it wherever we can to support people at this time.
Well, thank you so much. Dear viewers, that was my interview with Melissa Moody, and she is the Chief Clinical Officer, and Abby Reynolds, and she is the Clinic Officer. Honestly, they're doing a great job through Wayne County related to mental health. And I'm asking the community and your family, if you see any problem, you see people stress in your family, don't wait to get bigger the problem, bigger and bigger. Please contact Detroit Wayne Integrate Health Network, and they have so many tools to help you and to encourage you to work with them, because this is the way to prevent a lot of problem within the family. Thanks for watching, and good night.